So sometimes I get calls from clients that say, hey, before I sign this contract, this release, is this a good number for me to settle my case for? So I say, well, back it up. What's going on? And they say something like, well, I got into a car accident and I thought I could do it on my own. So I negotiated with Progressive or Allstate and they made me an offer of $5,000. It seems good. Should I take it? And I pause and I say, well, have you ever been to Antique Roadshow? And sometimes they're like, well, what's Antique Roadshow? And I say, Antique Roadshow is one of those, it was on TBS or PBS, and you show up and someone says, hey, I found this vase in my house in the basement. And I don't know what it's worth, but I think it has some value. And someone offers them $5,000. And they go, oh my God, $5,000 for this vase? Like, that's a home run. And they take it. And the person making the offer laughs and they bring it right next door and they say, did you know this was a vase from the Chinese Empire or something? It's worth $100,000. Now, the person that sold it for $5,000 has no idea what it's worth. I tell people that's kind of like what goes on in a personal injury case. You have no idea the value of your case, but you know who does know the value of your case? Progressive, State Farm, Allstate. So really, they're trying to make money for their shareholders. They're not trying to do right by you. So I had a client who called me and said, hey, I got this $5,000 offer. And I said, hold up, let's see what I can do. Yada, yada, yada. 2 years later, that case settled for $465,000. That guy was going to lose out on $460,000 if he would have signed that piece of paper without consulting with me. So I tell people this. If you're involved in a car crash, just call us. The consultation's free. The worst you can say is, hey, I don't want to hire you. I want to do it on my own. But don't think that these insurance companies are your friend and they're trying to do right by you, because they're not. Why don't you ask the guy who's been to the Antique Roadshow, who's been around the block, who knows the value of your case, what he or she thinks? And then you can make an informed decision whether it's appropriate to hire an attorney. If you have any questions about your case or anything for that matter, give me a call. The consultation's free. Phil Snyder, 954-462-8035, mytrustedlawyers.com.